All right, you guys, welcome to the Inspire Beautiful Team call. It is Wednesday, January 29th. We are almost out of the month, which is absolutely crazy. Hang on. I am suffering from a really, really bad headache. I don't know if it was my headband today that I was wearing or if my body is like legit detoxing from the super strict eating that I've been doing on 80-day obsession. So my energy, my brain fog is a little on tonight. All right. So some news and updates. I'm just going to blow through these. Nothing is too new except for one key thing. So Summit Ticket Special is on right now. Make sure to snag your Summit ticket in New Orleans. New coaches, I will pop in our chat thread and share a little bit about our summit. If you meet your new coach goal for 3 out of your first 6 months, you get that ticket paid for. I did cover that last night on our new coach call. Our next retreat is going to be the weekend of April 18th. You have to hit diamond by March 12th, and we just finalized. It's going to be in Nashville, and I am so freaking excited. Like, I don't know, have any of you guys ever been to Nashville? Britt? Anybody else ever been? Okay, Nashville is insane. The Airbnbs there are like amazing. The town is amazing. Like, I cannot speak more highly. I've been there twice and it is just straight fire. So I'm so excited. So definitely put March 12th on your calendar, put sooner on your calendar to hit diamond, to make it happen. If you want to be at that retreat and you don't know how to get to diamond, reach out. Let's freaking game plan. Let's freaking go, because this is going to be incredible. We do have another guest speaker next week. It was the one that was canceled from last week, Amy. She will be guest speaking next week. So please make that call a priority. As always, when guest speakers give their time, we need to give our time. And Success Club Trip 2021. Put your name on that opt-in list if you haven't. Seriously, just do it. Just do it. You never know when you're going to get invited. We are getting buzz that our Unico, however you say it, the Luna Wave that we all picked when we got our invite is sold out. But the Luna Wave Hard Rock is still available. The Unico guests can go to Hard Rock. And here's the thing, we were just talking on our leadership call before this. I don't want this to discourage you from not going, because me, Mac, Danielle, Sam Zaremski, and Sam Homa are at Unico Luna. You should still do Hard Rock Luna, because like that's only 5 of our team. Like, we are going to be the minority. The majority of our team now is going to be at Hard Rock, and it's more cost effective. You can actually get that whole trip paid for. Unico, you had to pay extra no matter what room you picked. So definitely register, still go to Hard Rock. It's still going to be amazing. And there's probably going to be at least a dozen of our team there versus the 5 of us at Unico. So, and it will give us more incentive to get on over to Hard Rock. Okay, and last thing, Team Cup starts February 1st. Make a chat pod, whether it's on Facebook Messenger, whether it's through actual text messaging. I see so many of you guys getting together with your Team Cup teams, already brainstorming, planning for February. It is so freaking exciting to see. I know my team, we're like, we are ready to just like light it up. And our new coaches are actually going to be forming their Team Cup, like our new coaches who just joined this weekend, you guys. Like, they are just going, for lack of a better word, balls to the walls with this business. And they're like, Team Cup, don't know what it is, but we're going to do it. And like, these are our people, you guys. These are the people who we want on our team. So let's support and love on all of our new coaches, and definitely lend them a helping hand with whatever they need, because that's our community. All right, and finally, Success Club. There have been some shifts in this board. There is still time to make shifts in this board, you guys. There needs to be that shift from those 2s and 4s over to locking it in at Success Club 6 and above. I am at 22 right now. No plans of slowing down this week. Krista, Lexi, and Samantha all locked it in at 6 right now. Mickey and Brooke are at 4. So dang close. Let's close that one. Seal the deal, ladies. Brittany, Kelly, and Olivia are at 2. Let's keep running, keep pushing. I'm free tomorrow night to do a virtual hustle work sesh. Like, let's make this happen. And I say this not to like, whatever. You guys know what I mean. My next my second business center that I just got to open for hitting 2-star, is going emerald tomorrow. Okay. We say going emerald is very easy to do. It's going emerald tomorrow, you guys. Okay. It will be going diamond probably before the retreat. Like that's just March 12th is my diamond date as well, I guess, probably a little bit sooner. So I'm running right there with you. Like I'm in the trenches pushing towards diamond 2, right there with you guys. All right. Now for our guest speaker, we have Jess Stefley. Is that how you say it? Awesome. Yay. So Jess is a diamond coach, and I love these stats because they mirror a lot of my stats. So she's a Success Club 5 legend, which means at least 2 years plus. So 24 months plus in Success Club 10 All-Star, which means she's hit Success Club 10 for 12 months plus. Okay. And so for my newer coaches on this call are catching the recording, Success Club 10 means that she has helped a minimum of 5 people a month for 12 plus months. That is huge. And she told me that she came into this business and she hasn't missed a month of Success Club yet. 31 months in Success Club. That is the definition of a boss because, and I'm sure she's going to share this in her story tonight. She probably heard, okay, what's one thing that you need to do as a coach? Hit Success Club every month. Boom, she's doing it. Non-negotiable. Not going to steal anything that she's going to say, but that's what that tells me right there. She finished last year as a diamond coach, 515 in the company. Girlfriend's got leadership points underneath her, and that is huge. There are over 400,000 teams and coaches in this network. 515 making freaking moves. I'm so excited to see you next year, like a year from right now, to see where you end the year. And then I asked her for a couple fun facts because like these just always like get me going. So she toured with Kenny Rogers, which I want to hear more about that. She's also had 9 foot surgeries. I've had 1 and know how terrible that was. And so that like hurt my heart, and it also hurt my foot when I when I read that from you. And this is pretty cool. Her boyfriend plays professional baseball, so they are never like rooted in one location because they could get a call and have to move on a whim like that. So they're kind of all over the place all the time, which means that this business is just so perfect for her lifestyle. So I'm so excited to have you on our call tonight, to hear from you, to learn from you. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to pass it away to you.
Hi guys. Thank you for having me. I just want to say thank you. I'm also fighting a migraine today. So it's something in the air, I think. So if I'm squinting, that's why. I'm going to share my screen too. And just to note on the Kenny Rogers thing, my mom worked for him. She was his music producer when I was growing up. So I got to sing with him through all his Christmas tours until about 5th grade. And then that's when all the foot surgeries actually started happening. So from about 5th grade to senior year of high school, I was in and out of casts, going through all my surgeries, constant breaking and all that. But I was really good through college. I never got injured until this last August. And that was the biggest test for me and in this business. And this whole thing I put together for you guys is going to be the main reason that I stuck with it, because I was so consistent and I was so committed and I was so dedicated, even though my nightmare of breaking my foot one more time had happened. That was so hard for me. But here I am. I still hit Success Club. Again, that is the foundation of your business. So let's dive in. When I started, I was a senior going into my senior year of college. I was also working full-time as a bartender. So if any of you bartend or you don't actually have a set like time at work. You come in at 4, you could be gone at 2 a.m. You could be gone at 9. You don't actually know when you're leaving. So I was really big on power pockets, which I'm going to get into that, and really showing up and finding the time to work this business despite double majoring in college and working full time. So I'm going to go over discipline, time management, and just consistency. And I'm big with slides, so I hope this helps. All right, I got to move you people over to the left side so I can see all my notes. Okay, so just in this PowerPoint, I'm going to go over planning, execution, delegation, accountability, and reflection. I didn't actually do any notes for reflection, but I'm going to talk about it. I didn't put any slides because that's pretty self-explanatory. So for planning, think about a roadmap, right? You need to know where you're going when you're on the road. Otherwise, you're going to be totally lost. So map out your day, map out your week, your month, your year. I don't know how your mind works, but for me, I like to map out my week by week. Some people like to have their entire year planned. Like if you want to hit diamond by a certain date, for you guys, it's March 12th, which happens to be my birthday. That's something you can map out now and how you're going to hit diamond by that date and go to Nashville, which my bachelorette party is going to be in Nashville. I'm just throwing that out there. And how are you going to get to that final destination? Write it out so you know word for word, exactly step by step, how you're going to get there. And it's all reliant on you. When is your planning day? So for me, I like to plan week by week, right? Some people like to plan month by month or for the year. When are you physically going to sit down and plan for yourself? Mine is on Sundays. I sit down and I plan my marketing schedule. I know what I'm marketing that week. If I'm talking mainly about my boot camps, I'm going to be talking about boot camps in every single post. If I'm talking about a coach sneak peek coming up, I'm going to be talking about that entire week. I am also one of those girls that is always on the go. So my posts, I don't physically sit down and write them, but back in college, I sat down and I did them all on Sunday. Now it's a little bit different because I'm doing this full time. So during that day, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to write my post whenever I feel like it. But when I was really busy, I had to sit down on those Sundays and write all 7 posts out that day. So I had the time throughout my week that I could put towards school and towards work and towards this and myself. Are you going to work in power blocks? I mentioned that earlier. What do your business hours look like? So when I was in school, I had power blocks. I had pockets of time throughout my day where I would sit down and do my invites, do my conversations, write my posts if I didn't do them on that Sunday, respond to all my likes and my comments and all that stuff. Think of your day. If you have a lunch break, you got 15 minutes. You can knock out 15 invites. You can thank everyone that likes your photos. You can thank every new story watcher. You can put stuff on your stories. Find those pockets of time. If you like Energize, you've got 15 minutes right there while you're sitting for your Energize to kick in to do your personal development or do your invites or do your conversations or write your post or find a picture you want to post that day. Put on your stories. Find those hours within your day because not everybody has a full 3 hours to sit down and work this or a full hour. You got to work it within time pockets. Then think about when your most productive times are. When I was in school, I thought nighttime was my most productive time, and I was so wrong. I never thought I was a morning person until I realized I had to start getting up an hour earlier just to get my workout in. And as I was getting up an hour earlier, I realized I was more creative then, and I was more able to go out there and put myself out there. Because by the end of the day, I was so tired, I just wanted to watch Netflix. I didn't want to work this when I got home. Now, if you're a night owl, like some people are, they can come home and bust out 3 hours of this. Not me. I want to lay in bed. I want to watch Vampire Diaries. I want to just chill or listen to a book or Harry Potter or something. But find the most productive times of your day when you're feeling really good and your most creative self. And then create your daily non-negotiables, your priorities, your to-do list, and learn to say no. That should be an exclamation point, not a question mark. But just learn to say no, because sometimes people, for me, I'm a people pleaser. I struggle with anxiety and depression. That is where the root of my anxiety is. I'm a people pleaser. I have a problem saying no, but I've learned that I'm going to say yes to the things that are going to benefit me. And it's just a work in progress, you guys, every single day. So learn to say no to things that you really don't want to do. Execution. So I said a little bit about this. The 3 main things that you can do today and you must do every single day to accomplish, to move your business forward. For me, I call them the IPAs, which you've probably heard, that income producing activities, your invites, your stories, posting. If you're posting on your social media, guys, that's your storefront. If you're not showing up on your store, no one's going to know your business is open. Those are my non-negotiables. Conversations and all of that and thank yous and stuff, I will do that after I do my invites. That's the first thing I do every single day. And inviting is scary. Yes, it is. But you guys, if you go sit down at a restaurant that you love and you get this amazing steak, Are you going to ask for a script on how to talk about that? No, you're literally going to go up and you're going to tell everybody the steak at this place was really good. You have to get it. It's amazing. If you love this business, you should be shouting it from the rooftops. You shouldn't need a script to talk or invite about this business. It's just like talking about a restaurant that you like. Wasted time. What are you doing every single day? That's just a waste of your time. Scrolling through social media. Maybe you're watching Netflix, which I'll get into that if you are a big Netflix person like me. What are you doing that's a waste of your time? If you're doing your laundry, why are you not listening to personal development or a training then, or your dishes? You can multitask, especially if you're busy, just like I was. For me, my personal development time was driving. When I was driving to school every morning, that's when I listened to my personal development. I would listen to a podcast or a book. I always had something that was going to be coming my way. And then what's going to drive you to implement those into your daily tasks? So I'll go a little bit into that. Self-monitoring, okay? So set yourself a timer. That's a big thing. If you aren't working in power pockets, this is for you. If you are sitting down and you just want to get an hour of work done, or maybe even 30 minutes, set yourself a timer. And when that timer goes off, you're done. You're done with that task, move to the next one. Give yourself a reward system. So for me, with all my anxiety and my depression, I was always so nervous to reach out to people from my past who we had a falling out. I was so nervous to reach out to them. So for me, I did a reward system. I would send an invite to them, and then I would give myself a reward. Like I'd have a Reese's or something, or I would take 20 minutes and watch a Netflix episode. What are you going to give yourself for doing something that's out of your comfort zone? Give yourself a reward, and then track it. Track it. So one day, if you send an invite to someone who scares you, track it. And then the next day you're going to send 2. And then the next day you're going to send 3. And keep giving yourself a reward. Maybe you go out and buy some headbands or some Fabletics for talking to a whole bunch of people that week that you were nervous to talk to. Because odds are, you guys, if you don't reach out to those people, other people will, and they'll join them. I've watched it happen before, and it sucks. You're like, oh man, they would have joined me if I just had asked. Count down. I don't know if you've ever read the 5-second rule, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's proven in your mind, and I honestly believe that it has something to do with growing up when your parents would count down and you had to do something. Just take a breath and count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Hit send. Post that vulnerable message. Do something that scares you, but do it as you're counting down from 5, and any feelings you have towards it won't get in the way. Prepare yourself. So if you are someone that gets nervous about any of our business tasks that are going to move your business forward, prime yourself before that work block. Turn on your personal development, maybe do your workout, listen to a podcast, write your affirmations, do some journaling, do something that's going to get you pumped up to send some invites. And once you send your invites, the hardest thing's over. You've done it. You can take a breath and you can have some fun and do your posting and all that, and do anything that you want to within this business. And then set yourself a reminder at the end of the day for 30 minutes before you go to bed, just asking yourself if you could have given any more to your business today. And if it's a yes, you're not going to bed yet. You're getting on your phone and you are finding more people to talk to. If you couldn't have given any more today, then you can go to bed with some peace. That's what I would do. Delegation, letting go of things that you can do, so you can focus more on what you need to do for your business. It's for the best of your business. I've learned recently that I knew that Amazon and Whole Foods had paired together, and grocery shopping, that's my job since my fiance is, who knows where he's at all the time. They will deliver for free if you are ordering over $35 worth of Whole Foods groceries. They're going to deliver within 2 hours for free through Amazon. So if grocery shopping is something that you have to do for yourself, why not do that when you can get them within 2 hours, and then you have an hour of work you can do instead of wasting an hour at the store getting the food you need to get for that week. Just think of things that can be done by someone else so that you can give more time to your business. Create a list of daily tasks that need to be done, okay? Create a list of tasks you love And then create a list of tasks that you should be doing yourself. So invites you should do yourself. I know that's the scariest thing, but you should be doing it yourself. You should be sitting down and saying, I want to invite this girl because I get along with blah, 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 blah. I like this post that she did. You should be making those connections. If you're not good at posting, I know there's like Ashley Shaw. She has great posting materials that will just give you some guidance, give you some help. Look to her, maybe do your groceries, have someone else do your laundry, clean your apartment, whatever you need to do. If you need to invest a little bit so that you can invest more time into your business, then do it. Work it into your budget, because odds are you're going to spend that money anyways on something that you might not actually need. And then accountability. This is a big one for me. Get an accountability partner. Reach out to your upline. Reach out. Is it Janine? Is that how you say it? Okay. I want to make sure I was saying it right. Reach out to her. She might have some people she can set you up with. Host a daily power hour for everybody on your team. If Janine's not running one, run one yourself. No one might jump on, but you can jump on the Zoom and you're still holding yourself accountable. Get an accountability partner. Like I said, ask for help. That's what this business is for, you guys. And then work together and be aware of each other's goals. And be aware of each other's goals. So tell Janine, if you don't have a partner, that you want an accountability partner, that you want to share your goals with. Write your goals in your coach group. Say what you want to do so that you're being held accountable, and you have to show up every single day, whether you're sitting down at 5 in the morning, 6 o'clock at night, doing 15 minutes at lunch, 15 minutes before your workout, whatever that looks like for you. 3 books I do recommend is Eat That Frog. It's by Brian Tracy. Present Over Perfect, which is by Shauna Niequist. I really liked that one. Then High Performance Habits, I'm sure you've heard of, by Brendon Bouchard. Some podcasts that I personally liked about this whole topic is, of course, Women Inspiring Women. If you haven't listened to that, it's Melanie Mitro. She was top of our company for 4 years or whatever. She knows what she's doing. Episodes 30 and 39, they're really helpful in this topic. And then Oprah's Super Soul Conversations. She's got a great podcast as well. Episode 16. So again, if you can't find time for personal development, all you need is 15 minutes while you're doing the dishes, doing your laundry, driving. And that's something you should be doing every single day, because it's going to help change your mindset and is going to help you with consistency. All right, time management must-do. So set your daily intention. Always work from a list. This is mainly for me, but if you're similar to me, I have to work from a list. Otherwise, I'm all over the place. Turn off your notifications. That means your text messages, your Facebook notifications, the messages that come in on your computer. Turn off your phone, put it on silent. Have one screen open at a time, work by a timer, and then I have very terrible spelling in this, I apologize. Create a reward after your work block. So once you get done, what are you gonna reward yourself with? And then don't forget to list your top priorities. Use lists. Do the most important tasks first. So eat that frog. If you struggle with doing the hardest tasks of this business, read that book. It's going to help change your mindset, and it's going to push you to really get out of your comfort zone. Because if you aren't getting out of your comfort zone, you're not living. You're dying. And I know you've probably heard that saying before, but it's so true. And I was stuck in my comfort zone forever. And then what can be done for you? Delegate. And then this is just a little reflection. This is a gut check. So did I get the most things done that you can do every single day? Did I set the next day's to-do list? I personally like to get up and set my to-do list that morning. Some people like to do it that night. Some people do their entire year. Do what works for you. Is my energy level higher than my stress level? If I felt I was not being productive, give yourself a time audit. Did you do your business activities even when you didn't feel like it? You're not always going to feel like it, you guys, but consistency is key. There is no reason that I've hit the numbers I've hit with my Success Club other than staying consistent. And the first year when I was in school, I wouldn't even say I was really working the business. I was just aiming for Success Club. I would hit Success Club and then I would chill. It wasn't until I graduated where I was like, oh, I can get more than 3 people a month. Like I was like, oh, I can actually do this. It wasn't until I graduated that I realized that this could be something more. I was just doing it because I loved spreading the word. Was I efficient with my time? Did I communicate my goals with my accountability partner? Will I monitor my tasks, or how will I monitor my tasks? Did I schedule time to reflect over this week's progress, which again is on Sundays? And how will I purposefully rest this week? Find time, you guys. Everybody needs some rest. So at the end of your week, if you feel drained, Sunday night is your Netflix night, whatever you need to do, or your reading night, or just go to bed earlier, figure it out. But that's all I have. I hope that was helpful.
No, that was. You seem like such a very organized and like an execute type of person. What did you study in school?
Biochemistry and marketing.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So your brain is definitely wired very differently than mine.
Type A. I am type A.
But that, I took a bunch of notes, and well, first of all, your gut check at the end, you said one that I'd never heard before, and it was, are your energy levels higher than your stress levels? Mm-hmm. And that is huge. And that's something that I don't think that we think about, like, to compare the two. I did a live in our team page yesterday about, I just started 80-day obsession, and like my energy and my like life and love of this is just like through the roof. And there's like this weird like buzz in my business right now. Like everything's like vibing. And so I talked about energy levels. And I think a lot of the times, like, we come on our social to be real and to be authentic, but we could be putting out our stress about our busyness, about our life, about work, and putting our stress levels, and they're exceeding our energy levels. Yeah, we still might be excited for our workouts. We might show that, but are you showing more stress? So I just like, I don't know. I love that one. That one really, really just spoke to me. It was great to hear that. The multitasking, like everything, I like do that. Like when I meal prep on Sundays, my headphones are in, I'm catching up on podcasts, I'm catching up on trainings, like multitasking. My husband, he knows laundry is his job. Like he delegate that. I have my groceries delivered. Like I do all those things. So I wake up in the morning, I pour into me. I come home from work, I pour into this business. Because if I had to do other things by the time that I would get to work the business, like I wouldn't be there. So it looks like we do have a couple questions coming in. So I'm going to field a couple for you, if that's good.
Sure.
So you seem like a very big list person. Do you make your list purely for coaching things, or do you kind of have your whole life like in these lists and organized?
I actually do like everything, because if I don't sit down and say, I'm going to have lunch for this hour, I'm going to sit down and take a break, I'll keep going. Like my fiance is at the field all the time, and then he also works. So with professional baseball, you don't get paid in the off season. So right now is technically the off season. So he has another job at night. So he goes, so I have all day by myself in Arizona. Then I just moved here. I don't know anyone. So I'll keep working. Yeah. I've got nothing to do. I'm going to keep working. So if I don't sit down and physically give myself time to rest and time to check in with my challengers, I won't. I'll just keep going until I drain and I burn out. Yeah. So I personally put everything in. I know a lot of other coaches that will say, I'm going to do 10 minutes of invites at 10:15 in the morning. And then they give themselves a 4:00 respond to likers, all that kind of stuff. But for me, I sit down and map my entire day, even when I'm going to give time to Alex, because he's usually home.
Do you have a planner that you particularly love?
I really like Rise Up, which I'm sure you've all heard of it. The Moira Kusaba. Hers is awesome. But I didn't bring it because we had to travel light, and that's a huge book. I literally just put it on a notepad.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like when I schedule out, like I'm a Sunday scheduler too, and I schedule out like all my posts and just like get my whole week together on Sundays, and then I just like use my Google Calendar, and then like my sister-in-law actually got me these like little dry erase notepads, so I just like put my notes on the call right here. So it's just like, just do what works for you. Okay, what are your non-negotiables every day that like if you're having a tough day, like these are your must-dos?
Posting, invites, stories, follow-ups.
Cool.
Those are my non-negotiables.
How do
Because
you
I
do
can sit
follow-ups?
down and do conversations. I can sit down and knock out 70 in a day and I feel good for that week. But my invites, you have to do every single day. You can't do 70 in one day because you're going to have new people to invite every day, especially if you're tracking and you know when you talked to this person last. Can't just invite them 2 days later after they'd already said no. You know, you should have another day that you're going to talk to them.
Yeah. What do you use to track?
Streak, Google Streak. Yep.
Yep.
I used to do the method that was on Instagram where I would save it. I don't know if you guys know that. You save the
Call it flag.
Yeah, flag it. Sorry. And then you would just flag it. And then 30 days later, you would know to contact them. But I got really lost in that. So
Yes. Yeah. I like flagging like recent conversations where I'm like, ooh, they're kind of like a hot lead.
Yeah.
But then they eventually will make their way into my streak. So I love
Yeah.
that. So we have a new coach and we kind of answered this. She said, how do you get past the awkwardness of someone you know well or a friend saying no or ghosting you?
I really think it's a mindset thing. If they say no, that's on them. It has nothing to do with you. It's probably something that they have already made a prejudgment before they actually got to see anything. So keep your head up and do your workouts and show up on social media and they all come around. I come from a really, really big family and all of them are like, hell no, I'm not doing that. Like you have no experience, you have no background. And all I had to do was show up for 3 weeks. I had these amazing results from 21 day and half of them were like, all right, let's try this out. Like, let's do this. Not everyone's going to say yes, but eventually down the road, as you share your story, they all come around. I've come to find in my 2.5 years of being a coach.
Yeah, I love that. That's what we said too. Like it's not personal and usually they're going to come around.
Yeah.
How do you avoid burnout?
How do I avoid? So for me, I like to make my challenge groups interesting. I like to make a theme every single month. That's fun for me. So that's why I've been avoiding burnout lately, because last April I was starting to get burnout and I was like, what can I do to make this fun? How can I put my creative side into this and challenge myself? So I started doing themes and I actually started with the Harry Potter theme. And I physically sat down and I wrote out, it's actually in the Boss Babes group if you want to check it out. I sat down and I wrote out 8 weeks worth of posts and I did it by books. So I did book 1, book 2, and I took all my challengers through the books. It was really fun. So that kind of just brought me back into it. And I've been doing themes ever since. Next theme is going to be self-love. I'm actually going off the Zen as Fuck book. I don't know if you know that one. I'm going off of that. I'm going to make that into my February theme. I've done Friday Night Lights. I've done One Tree Hill. I've done New Girl. This year we did the Roaring 20s month. So I make it fun for me and I like to get my creative side out. Before that, I was using the ones that Beachbody gave us, which those are great. They help you in the beginning. They really are. They're so easy, gives you something to do. Again, that's something you can delegate. But I was bored in my own groups. Yeah. So when I make fun, yeah.
I will very sporadically, and it's usually with a new program, try to run a very program specific group with the Beachbody guides. Like right now we have our bar group going aside from like our big open group. So our big open group has like 100 people in it. Yeah. Then our small bar group has like 20 people in it for bar specific. And we're just using the Beachbody content and it is dead.
Yeah.
Like literally dead. So I love that you theme it because like we've been trying to like rejuvenate, like we've done like bingo boards, we kind of theme it. So I like that you're kind of like stepping out of the box and like doing books and movies and TV shows. So that's really cool.
For the Harry Potter group, we did 4 houses and I had 3 other coaches lead a house. So it was a team, like you were on your own, you were in your own house. I had them tracking through, because we do the challenge tracker. I had them tracking everyone's workouts and their shakes. And if someone wasn't showing up, you basically like get a slap on the wrist because you're hurting your team.
Wow.
So
So
it was really fun.
team cup team within your like challenge in a way.
Yeah, it was
That's
really, really fun. And so a lot of my girls now, they're like, can we go back into teams? So every now and then I'll go into a team and then I'll say, all right, this team won, and I'll send a sample of Energize to every single person or something small. I think I did Harry Potter themed socks for
That
the
is,
house that won.
the chat blowing up. They love it. I am a person who's never seen or read all Harry Potters, so I was like, for house, at a house party, but but I know some of the girls on my team are like loving this. I know, shame on me. I also love what you said, that you reward yourself, and I think that that's something that we don't talk about often enough. That is such an easy thing to do for yourself as you start going with this business, and that we need to do more. Like the second that you knock out your first, if you're new, your first 5 invites, which could be really scary, like how are you going to reward yourself? For me, I make more longer term. When I did 80 Day Obsession 2 years ago, my husband rewarded us, he benefit from it too, which he didn't even do the program, to a couples massage. So I told him that I want to do that again this time, but add on a facial to it, like a whole like spa day. I'm like, listen, going all in again. And so like I set more long term, but as you're working from timers, like, reward yourself with that, episode on Netflix at the end of the night, or reward yourself with, going out to dinner on Friday once you've had like a great week. I always think to myself, too, then like your reflection when you go to bed at night, would you pay yourself, the income that you want from this job for the work that you put in today? It's a really big gut check. Like when you look back at the week and say, would I pay myself 6 figures for my last week of work? Like, am I a 6-figure earner from what I did, or no, am I just half-assing it? So yeah, that was really good. Do you guys have any other last minute questions? Did I get them all? I'm going to scroll back up in the chat. That was so good.
Thank you.
Used to track already.
I haven't talked about this. I've talked about this topic with my team, but I haven't done this one on another team call yet. So I had fun just like putting the PowerPoint together. I was like, yeah, something new. I always end up talking about target market. That's like, I'm really good with that stuff. But so this was fun for me. Thank you.
Who's your upline?
So it's actually my aunt, and we started together. We don't have an upline.
Wow. Okay.
We pretty much did it all by ourselves. My aunt just hit 2-star. But I love her to death, but she has no idea how to do anything with social media. So I had to teach her all of that. She had nothing. So it's kind of like we worked together for the last 2 years. It was great. But yeah, we don't really have an upline.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. My upline, when I came in, I didn't know that she was like brand new, and she really doesn't have an upline either. And so I'm like one of her OGs, because I've been in the business for 3 years now, started with her, and like I lived on YouTube, like, and we just kind of taught ourselves. So here we are. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.